Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Charles from the channel Books on Stereo, and I'm here to give you some more fire romance recommendations. Like, if you have not read these books, I need you to pause this video, go read these books, and then let's discuss in the comment section down below. Now, I don't think all of these have audiobooks, so I'm sorry if you're looking for that audiobook theme, but I think most of these have audiobooks, so you should be good to go. So I'm gonna stop talking and let's get into the books. Up first, I have On Her Knees by Jenica Snow, and this is a novella. And this is a really quick story. So this is an office place romance between a boss and his employee, and it's really not a safe read. It's very taboo, very dark, very dirty, and I absolutely love this book. Up next, we have A Lessons in Blackmail by Katie Robichaud, I believe is how you pronounce the author's name. And y'all, this book is so freaking good. It's not on audio. I wish it was on audio. So essentially, this is a student-teacher romance with an older heroine being the teacher and the younger hero being the student. And our hero basically finds out that his teacher, our heroine, likes to attend this club where she likes to be a submissive, and he is kind of like emerging young dom, and it's their relationship. And I absolutely love this book. It's a great introduction into the BDSM type of lifestyle if you've been interested in reading books with that lifestyle featured in the book. And yeah, I just absolutely love this one. I cannot rave about this book enough. And I believe Tiffany from Neverland Pixie recommended me this book, and I absolutely love it. Then I have a new to me author who has absolutely become one of my favorite authors, and this is the BL Mute, and I'm going to be talking about her Blood Money duet. So the first book is Hush Money, and this is book 1 in the duet, and essentially this follows our heroine. I believe I talked about this book on my channel before, but I'm not quite sure. But essentially this heroine is basically trying to save her family from financial ruin because her father is dying from cancer. And so in order to get the money from their company, from her family's company, she basically has to convince the other buyer, who is kind of like an asshole if you want to be quite frank, to sell his part of the company. And so she decides to blackmail him by sexually seducing him, and things backfire and the story goes off from there. And I absolutely love this book. It is easily a 5 out of 5 star read. The smut, the steam, you do not know where this plot is going. It's so many great plot twists, and I absolutely love this. Then it's followed up by Blood Money. Now this is following the heroine's best friend. So the heroine in book 1 I should say. So this is following her best friend in this book, and it does take place after the events of the first book. So you will be spoiled for the events that happen in book 1, but I do recommend that you read them in order for you to get the full breadth of the story, because there are a lot of plot twists in this book that directly tie into book 1. So if you haven't read book 1, you'll be like, what is the significance of like 99.9% of everything that's happening in this book? But this one is so good. There is a breath play kink and like a chasing kink, if you want to call it that is involved in this book, and it was, oh, this book just gave me life. I absolutely loved it. Up next, I have Face Down Fridays by Sheree Green, I believe is the author's name. And y'all, this is book 1 in an MM series featuring all black couples. And y'all, the steam in this and the sexy times is just unreal. Like, I absolutely love this book, and I cannot wait to start the rest of the series. But if you're looking for a dark, smutty mafia, then you have to read this. Then I have Assigned to Mate by Grace Godwin, and if you are in love with Ruby Dixon, you have to read the series. Like, it is so incredibly good and smutty, and oh my goodness, just the feels that the story gave me is so much fun. So in this book, there's essentially this service that basically is called like the mail order brides, and aliens from other different planets can purchase a human bride through this service, and our heroine is one that is being put through this process. And so I believe each book will follow a different bride going through that system. And so I absolutely love this one. The seam, the smut, the pacing was just all perfect in this book. Then up next, I have Forget Me Not by QB Tyler, and I don't even give a synopsis on this book. This book has been almost everywhere on Booktube. This was a book that Jess from Peace Love Books actually recommended, and oh my goodness, I think I am hooked on the marriage in trouble trope. This was so good. The steam, and one thing that I love, even though this book involved cheating, and I'm usually not a huge fan of cheating in romances, I love how it still made the characters own their own shit. Like, they had to own up for what they did, and the narrative never lets them, never fully absolves each of the characters for the mistakes or the debunkles that they get themselves into. Did I just say debunkles? I think I just did. But you get what I'm saying. And so it's a really beautiful, nuanced portrayal of two deeply flawed individuals trying to put back their marriage together. And I absolutely love this one. And the theme, A+. Up next I have Fighting for a Second Chance by Nikki Ash, and this is a secret baby romance, and it is also an MMA romance as well. Our hero is an MMA fighter, and y'all, this book is so good. Like, Nikki Ash gives you all the feels of a really beautiful depicted narrative, I guess you can say, and also just really rich characters that you just can't help but fall in love with. And also all the secondary characters are really well thought out in this book as well. So like, after I read this book, I was like, okay, I need to know if the best friend or XYZ characters have their book. It is just that good. You get addicted to these characters and this world. And then Nikki Ash goes like, you didn't forget I'm going to make this steamy. And the steam in this is just, oh my goodness, this book is steamy. Don't let this cover fool you. This book brings the heat. And then I have Getting Schooled by Christina C. Jones. This was another recommendation by Jess from Peace Love Books. Absolutely love this one. This is a fun rom-com. In this book we follow our heroine, who is, I believe, a teaching assistant in a graduate program, and her relationship with one of her mother's students in the class that she's TAing for. That is a really bad synopsis. So our heroine's mother is a professor at the university, and she teaches a class that our hero attends, and our heroine is actually the TA for this professor or her mother for this class. And this is how these two characters basically interact. And it's a little bit of enemies to lovers situation kind of going on in this book. It's not the steamiest, but the characters and the plot is what really makes it for me in this book. The steam was perfectly placed, the characters were so deeply imagined, and the humor and the banter was just on the next level. It was absolutely amazing. Then I have Love to Tempt You by J. Simon, and this is a rock star romance. And oh my goodness, this book is so good. And so the way our two characters meet is that they both get involved in a car accident, and the hero basically takes care of the heroine to nurse her back to health. And this book is so good. I do have to mention there is a potential trigger warning for suicide. It is mentioned in the book. You don't see anyone committing suicide, but it is a part of the hero's backstory. But overall, absolutely love this book. The steam, it makes you wait for it, so it's a little bit of a slow burn, but once it hits, it hits. And then finally I have Mistles Mistress by Nicola Davidson, and this is a little Christmas novella. So how do I best summarize this book? It's a Christmas novella. It is like a chance encounter between our hero and our heroine. Our heroine is on a journey to another, I believe she's going to London, and they make a stop in the small town, and she basically gets told that she has like hours and hours to kind of roam around the city and take a walk. But then the carriage leaves without her. She basically has no money. And so she meets our hero at an inn, but the inn has very strict policies in that only married couples are allowed a room. And so she pretends to be the hero's wife, and then the romance starts from there. So this is only a novella. It's only about like 100 pages. No audio for this one, but it is such a great novella, and it tells a really complete story with perfect steam. There's a little bit of BDSM mixed in as well, and I absolutely love this book. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and let me know down in the comment section down below if you have read any of these books, or if you have any more fire romance recommendations that you want to give to me, and I'll catch you guys with a brand new video. Peace.